Hi, CMattDye here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully your day is fantastic. I wanted to do an overview of the CNFT market and talk about the top 5 in volume, talk about the overall volume. And I've been told that talking about what I'm minting coming up, even if I have done videos prior, is helpful. So let's get into the video. So what I'm minting this week is Pets Are Us. I like this. They're making a name for me. I'm going to have that on my website. Just a little plug there. But I do like the team. I like the art. The graffiti artist he was inspired by the 90s hip hop scene, 90s graffiti art. And that's where he has come from. So he knew a lot of artists before they really got famous in the hip hop world. And he lived and breathed that. And now they're doing some art. I'll link a video below that I talked about their project if you're interested. So that way we can get back into the top 5 CNFTs. So this is statistics over the last 7 days. You can see the volume is down over the last 7 days. Sales are down. If you go to the last 30 days, it is up a little bit, and day over day, it is up as well. So I don't think volume is anything to really be too concerned about. Last week, it did fall. It came up a little bit, and now it's falling again. However, it looks pretty good overall. If you look at the last 7 days, this is where we were at. You know, it popped a little and came back down, hovering over that 1 million volume over a weekly period. If you go to the last 24 hours, it is up, but you know, 24 hours, you can't really judge it day by day. If you are, then you're probably hurting on sleep or something. Collection sells by volume over the last 7 days. Chilled Kongs, Aquafarmers Introverts, Swag Ape Club, Pavs, and onboard Furbles. Not familiar with that at all. Clay Pez is down here from last week. Balls Cat Rocket Club down here from last week. And if we go here to the top 5, so the biggest gainers over the last 24 hours, you have the Mandrills, Cabins by Ape Society, Space Buds. That's interesting, especially since Space Buds is very close to a 5,000 floor right now. Trending Introverts, even though it is down, it's still trending. And that's what you would want to see if you think it is going higher, which I believe it can. Junkies and Swag Ape Club. I don't really know anything about them, but I'm going to get into it and talk about what I'm seeing. So first off, Chilled Kongs, a 3100 floor. I talked about several times that 2000 to 2300 floor prior to the mushrooms, and then after the mushrooms come out, we could see it come down a little bit more, but right now, it's supporting that. So you had a low here of 2050. So it was around that 2300 to 2000. Mostly it was around that 2300 to 2200 with a trade close to 2000. But now that it's taking off, it is taking off. If you look over here, 2550 was this floor here. It did take that out, and it's pushing over 3000, which is very, very nice. And here is where you ride it. If you want to have mushroom drops, that's fine. Just hold it long term. Chilled Kongs is a great project, and if you're a long term holder, hold it. You know, nothing wrong with that. If you're a short term person, then write it up a little bit more and sell it. Maybe 3,500, 4,000, possibly slightly over 4,000. It kind of just depends on what happens, but right now you're setting in pretty nice profits. So all you have to do is really hold it and see where it goes. Usually there is a run up into a drop, and then once that drop happens, it does come back normally. Not all the time, but normally. So just to be aware of that. But if you're a long-term holder, you're in great shape. You know, Kongs is a great project. The community's really good. The team really does talk a lot about the project, and they really do inform people of what's going on. So that's definitely a quality project. So if you're in it for a long term, great. If you're in it for a short term, just know that, you know, the run has begun. And once they do talk about that, the mushroom sell and the drop and everything, it is going to get close to a top, a temporary top, short term top, whatever. Next, Aquafarmers, number 2 on the list. I am in this project. I did mint them, and I really do love the project. It's by Liquid Finance, which is a fantastic company, by the way. So just to give you a brief update on what Liquid is, I'm going to have a video in the description. You can check that out, learn about it. That's fine. But they have a nice roadmap. They're talking about the Forex yields, the Forex yield streams company. So this is lending, borrowing. You get 5% for staking, interest on your yield, staking on your yield, and then staking percent of borrowers' interest repaid. So that's what they're talking about. The actual Aquafarmer NFT gives you 2 to 5% of your liquid token that's being staked. So whatever your liquid token being staked, you're going to get 2 to 5% depending on the 4 rarities of common, rare, super rare, and legendary. Right now it is finding a base. However, I do expect these to go up in value and go much higher. Right now there's a lot of speculation around DeFi. If you look at the Meld Diamond Hand NFT, that's going crazy. If you look at the Vi Finance NFTs, the purple NFT, the gold NFT, this you can expect the same. Liquid is a great company. They are on top of things. They have a really sharp team. So I think these are going to be great short term. Like they came down a little bit after their mint. They minted for 44 ADA. And you can see they have never touched 44 ADA. And 73 doesn't even make sense because it's at a floor of 99 to 100 right now. So their chart is not updating. Open CNFT. Come on, guys. But anyway, I think this is going, once it gets over 100, watch it and see if it holds over 100, and then it can go up a little bit more from there. So that's what I'm watching on this one. Anything under 100 is probably a great deal. 70s, fantastic deal. I don't think it's going to get back under 70 or 60, but it could. But I'm thinking if it holds over 100, it could really turn into something here. So next project is Introverts. Now, Introverts, prior to Mint, they were all over the place. They were on just about every single spaces, Twitter spaces. They were on just about every one. I would log in and, well, there's Introverts talking. So, of course, they had a great Mint. And you can see here, they came down to a price around 90 to 75, kind of chopped around a little bit, getting down to in the mid 60s. And now they're starting to push higher. So you want to really watch it. Does it stay over that 100 to 110 level? Does it stay over that? Does it keep pushing? Does it come down and try to base again? If it were to do that, I would look around 90 to 100, 90 to 110. That seems like the sweet spot to me. And that's what I would be looking for. So far, they had a 4.7 thousand all-time high sale, which is pretty marvelous because they literally just minted a week ago. So there's definitely people in the project. The project's pretty nice. I like the art. The team's really sharp behind it because I've heard them speak quite a few times. So, you know, this is a good project and you can't go wrong with it. So I'm around that 90 to 100 level. If it's 100 to 110, looks okay, but I wouldn't be a buyer until under 100 personally. If I missed a boat, I missed a boat. It is what it is. But I do like the project. Next is Swag Ape Club. I know nothing about them. I did get a few prior to their mint. I did get a few invites into their Discord, but I get invites all the time and it just didn't really look good to me. But really anything ape is going to do really well, and the majority of the new mints right now are doing pretty well, the majority of them. So seeing this one, it looks like it started out around 99, came down to 60, 61. I'm not quite sure where they're minted at, but I'm assuming is probably 50. Let me look that up real quick. Okay, I'm not going to join their Discord just to find out the price, but I looked at this for a few minutes here. I paused the video, looked at it. The artwork actually does look pretty good. The Swag Ape art. So this project can go places. So looking at it, I would say it's still basing. It still hasn't found a floor yet. However, if it stays over 60, like it really should stay over 70 to 80. and this thing can start to find a base, and then from there I can really start to push off of it. You had a all-time high sale of 1.8 thousand, which is not as good as Introverts, but I like the Introvert project. I like the team. I don't know anything about the Swag Ape Club team, so I can't comment on it. But if it does base around that area, you can see that a few sales have been over floor. Most of them have been on the floor. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. I'm not going to get into that one just because I'm not familiar with it. I'm always familiar with stuff that I get into. So that is my spill of that one. Now let's get into Pavs. I think this is from Pavia. A little bit ugly there, but Pavia, a lot of people are into Pavia. And this one is still trying to find a floor. It's still basing around trying to find something. And when that's happening, I don't really want to go near it. I wouldn't buy this project anyway, but I literally sold all my Pavia for Bake Nation, and I stick by that decision. I'm 100% fine with it. If Pavia goes to 100,000 in NFT, that's fine. I'm in Bake Nation. I'm happy with that decision. And that's one thing with trading. We have to be happy with our decisions. Don't make something and just regret it afterwards. It is what it is. You made the trade, you bought the NFT, whatever. But anyway, Pavs, I think it can come down a little bit more. Maybe it does come near 100, 120, maybe something like that. That's what I would look for. Looking at this chart, it's very new, so it's really difficult to predict something like this. It just minted on the 16th, it looks like. So, and they were probably airdropped to Pavia holders, is what I'm assuming, which is why there's so many holders here. But I don't really know. I haven't done any research on this at all. These videos I usually do off the cuff, because that's how I like to do things. If you can't analyze a chart really quick, there's no reason to analyze that chart, from my opinion. I mean, if you're brand new to trading or you're learning how to analyze charts and stuff like that, yeah, it's going to take you longer. But for me, I've been trading centralized markets for the past 20 years. I can look at a chart and I can come up with my decisions really fast from it. So that's what I would look for in this 100 to 120. So that's pretty much what I got. If you look at this, JPEG store for the past week has commanded 96% of all trading. Epoch Art is coming up a little bit though, so that's pretty okay. Pixels was ahead of them, so that's nice to see. If we go to the past 30 days, it's still doing okay. JPEG store, Spacebuds, Pixels, CNFT.io, then Epoch Art. So I want to see Epoch Art come up a little bit more. I did make a video about them. They do have less fees for sellers. So if you're selling an NFT, 1% fee versus a 2.5% fee definitely does add up. I don't, it is what it is. I just wanted to give that information. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. But anyway, that is what I've got. So hopefully that made sense to you. If there's anything else you would like to look at, let me know down below. If there's a project you want me to look at that's not in the top 5 that you just want me to do a separate video on, let me know in the comment section below. I would be happy to take a look at it. I love learning, I love growing, and that's what crypto is all about, is learning, growing, and meeting great people. So with that, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you around the crypto markets. Take care.